Good morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Thursday, November 12th, the year is 2020. And we're still dealing in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. And if you've been watching the news, those of you who watch the news, I know a lot of folks, we don't watch the news, it's so boring. Or so depressing. People always say it's depressing to watch the news. But if you've been watching the news and keeping track of what's going on, you would realize that we're in the middle of a pandemic that's killing people. And because this pandemic is now starting, they're saying it's the third wave. And hospitals are filling up with patients, and in some cities they're bringing in freezers to the morgues to hold the bodies. There's just a lot of stuff going on. If you're not paying attention, you won't realize what's happening. Some cities are shutting back down. Some counties are shutting down. States are coming up with harsher rules. They're making mask mandates, something they should have did all across the country. It seems as we get deeper and deeper into winter, we're facing some really bad decisions about the pandemic because the virus is spreading quicker and faster, and we're losing people's lives. Now, unfortunately, we have no leadership at this time. Donald Trump is so busy hiding in the White House because he knows that he's about to get evicted after 4 years free rent and every other thing that he has enjoyed on the taxpayers' dime. It's time for him to go. He is going from being one of the most powerful men in America to someone who no longer has any power. Just like that, elections make key decisions. It's over with for Donald Trump. 4 years is gone. Goodbye. And he's left. But in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for Donald Trump to leave and Biden to take office, these next 70-some days are going to be chaos. Because Donald Trump is not allowing Biden to begin his administration with information about what's going on with the pandemic, what's going on with world events. He's actually blocked Biden from certain websites, information he can't get it. So as we proceed forward over the next few months, you guys, this situation is going to get worse. And we have no guidance from anyone in his administration. And Biden doesn't take office until January 20th. So between now and January 20th, we're going to be doomed. So that's all I can say. We're going to be in trouble. It's going to be very hard for us to try to make sense of what's going to be happening over the next few weeks. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to die, and there's no guidance right now. We have no one in control. It's like a car just barreling down the highway with no driver. No one is calling the shots. The White House is now in chaos and confusion because Donald Trump, knows his time has come to an end, and he's effectively shut down. Maybe he's thinking, I'm not sure what's going on in his head, but we have to go on with our lives. And without guidance, this nation is now like a ship out in the ocean, rudderless, just running, no captain in charge. And we won't have anyone in charge at this point until January the 20th, it seems. That shows you how ignorant and selfish Donald Trump is, and why he should have never been in the White House to begin with. He's just too dangerous. And for him to sit there and knowing what's going on and choose to ignore this in the middle of a pandemic, instead of getting Biden ready and getting him up and getting this thing, but Donald Trump has been ignoring this pandemic for a while now. And there's a pastor that was at one of Donald Trump's events a few weeks ago who died recently, died last week. I'm gonna get his name. But anyway, I have to pause this for a second, so I'll be back here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I am back. So Bishop Harry Jackson, a black conservative pastor who advised Trump, died. He died after attending an event at the White House, a super spread event in September. Black conservative pastor who advised Donald Trump died Monday, his church announced. Bishop Harry Jackson transitioned to be with the Lord, the announcement said. It was unclear how old he was, and the cause of death we now know was the coronavirus. Jackson was a senior pastor at Hope Christian Church in Beltsville, Maryland. And there are pictures of him at the White House in attendance at several events where a lot of people contracted the coronavirus. He's sitting behind Kellyanne and across from Kayla. And so we know all these people tested positive. And he's a black pastor who supported Trump. Man's dead now because of his foolishness. He was sitting, this was at this event just a week or two before he died. He got sick when everybody else got sick. When Donald Trump came down with the coronavirus and all this stuff, he was at that event. I was trying to see the exact date of the event. It looked like it says November the 9th. No, that can't be November 9th because this is November 7th. They posted this picture, but he was at this event where other people contracted the coronavirus, and this man has died. So, a lot of people follow this man right off a damn cliff. A lot of Donald Trump supporters, they're idiots. Donald Trump don't care about nobody's life. He doesn't care about this country. He's not trying to put anything in place to protect anyone. A lot of people's unemployment has run out. Their unemployment has run out over the past few weeks, or they're running out. There's nothing in place to help these people. They have not come up with any type of renter assistance program or any type of help for these businesses. There's nothing going on right now. Until Donald Trump leaves on January the 20th, America is just going to be on a wing and prayer, literally, because we don't have anyone in control of what's going on to point this country in the right direction. And this is what's scary to me. People say, well, the president don't have no control of what's going on in your life. You're the goddamn lie. The devil is a liar. This man has a direct influence on everything that's happening in this country right now, particularly when it concerns to the coronavirus, the economic situation. He has totally dropped the ball on getting any type of stimulus out to Americans. Working with Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, all this fussing and fighting back and forth because it was election year and there was so much going on, they couldn't come to an agreement on something. And now that the election is over with, this is when Donald Trump's really sitting down putting things in place to help the American people. He's being selfish and self-centered and worried about his own future, which might be in federal prison or somebody's jailhouse. Donald Trump might be facing criminal charges in New York City for running a nonprofit. Yeah, some type of nonprofit. They took the money. Him and his sister, his daughter, and her husband. And the New York Attorney General has been aggressively pursuing this. And with Donald Trump out of office, this might be it for him. He might be facing not only that charge, but he also might be facing federal charges in relations to what happened with the Russians, the Russians meddling in the election. They believe he could face criminal charges from that too. Donald Trump is in the world of trouble. That's why he ain't in no rush to try to run out that White House race just yet, because he needed some time for statute of limitations to kick in, so he wouldn't have to be facing all these criminal charges. But he's in a world of trouble. Donald Trump could be facing federal charges, state charges, don't forget the IRS tax penalty charges, and he's in debt up to his eyeballs. He's in debt. He don't have a plan to pay it. So, I wish Donald Trump well. No, I don't. Fuck that motherfucker. Donald Trump in that White House has been a disaster. We need t-shirts that say, I survived 4 years of Donald Trump's bullshit. Because we all survived it. 4 years. 4 years went by pretty quickly, thank goodness. And it's something how you go from being the most powerful person in the world to people looking to file an eviction against your ass and get you out of there. It's over with. He dropped the ball. He messed up his own. If Donald Trump had any type of sense, he could have got reelected, but he was just so divisive. And the whole separating those families from those kids down at the border, the immigrants, it's just so much chaos and so much confusion. Goodbye, Trump. Goodbye. And them Trump supporters, I don't know what to tell them. They need to be on the psychiatric help for following some man off a cliff. Looks like that pastor just died. This pastor should have known not to be following this fool around the country, going to events. I mean, that's two people that we know, black people who were at Donald Trump's events who died. Two. Herman Cain and that is fool. You know, so it's like, what were they thinking? They followed this man off a cliff. I wouldn't have been following Donald Trump no damn well myself. F his ass. But Donald Trump, he went, like I said, from being one of the most powerful leaders in the world to just like that to nothing. And if y'all think Donald Trump is going to run again for president, I don't know how. How is he going to run for president if he's in federal prison or a state prison in New York? That ain't going to work. He won't be back in political power ever again. This is it for Donald Trump. And this is going to tarnish the Republicans so bad. So the Republicans are about to get a beating so bad over the next few years because of their following Donald Trump off a cliff. I don't think we'll see a Republican president for eons. Unless they'd have to rebuild the entire Republican Party and get rid of all the people that kissed Donald Trump's ass. That's a lot of folks. A lot of them. Because these next few weeks, Donald Trump is about to do some serious damage to the United States because he is pissed, he's mad, he's angry because he lost this election, and he is going to cause so much chaos and confusion. We're going to sit back in shock like, wow, why couldn't the man just have left peacefully? Because he's not about to leave peacefully. He's not about to do that. It ain't him. He's going to keep us so much chaos and so much confusion. Because plus he knows he's facing criminal charges, federal and state charges. So, let me pause it. I do apologize for these interruptions today. Today was kind of a hectic day over here, and I do apologize for that. But while I was doing all these issues, it dawned on me, many of y'all may not know this, but Donald Trump is facing some criminal charges since he's no longer going to be president of the White House. As president of the White House, of the United States, living in the White House, he was not. They couldn't present him with criminal charges. However, since he's no longer the president, come January 20th, he could face criminal charges related to the Robert Mueller's investigation into Russia being involved in the 2016 election. And he's facing an active. Right now, Trump is facing an active criminal investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney that could result in state criminal charges. So he could be facing federal charges and state charges. And that might be the reason why Donald Trump is causing all this ruckus in that White House. And then there are lawsuits. Trump has a lot of lawsuits that have been put on hold while he was the president. And these lawsuits are now going to go forward. So he's got some legal threats facing him. And since he's not defeated, the possible criminal charges. The possible criminal charges he can be charged with obstruction of justice. If he loses, but the feds can charge him with obstruction of justice relating to the Mueller report, where back to the Russian meddling in the campaign thing, he did some stuff that could cause him to have criminal charges there. Campaign finance violations, he could be going to jail for that. Federal prosecutors never could charge him with that too. Federal tax charges, we know that. He could be charged with that. New York State tax charges. So you got federal charges, federal tax charges, then state federal charges. Real estate fraud. New York Attorney General James is investigating whether the Trump family real estate company falsely reported property values to secure loans or tax benefits. So he can face charges from that, real estate fraud, and some other cases. So, congressional tax and financial records cases. He has a lot of stuff. Multi-level marketing fraud suit. Trump and three of his children were sued for fraud in 2018 over the endorsement of celebrity or princess of a ACN Opportunity LLC, a troubled multi-level marketing company that later went bust. So he could be facing charges with that, or at least a lawsuit. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Trump has so much stuff going on, that may be the reason why he's so reluctant to run about that White House without getting some of the bases covered. I can imagine he's probably trying to get in a position where the federal charges that he's possibly facing will be put on hold if he peacefully leaves the White House. As for the state charges in New York, they're probably trying to negotiate to something too. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. You all have better believe. To try to keep Trump from going to... Trump is trying to keep from going to jail, so he's got all these powerful attorneys. But negotiating all this stuff, that's why everything's on hold with the new administration, because he's got some issues he's got to contend with. You know, I don't give a damn about Trump. I hope Trump goes to jail, and I hope he never runs for president or as an elected official again in his entire life. He's a thief, he's a crook, he's a liar, and he deserves everything he's got coming to him. And these people that supported him, they should be charged too. What can we charge these Trump supporters with? I don't know. Figure out something, because they should be charged with something also. But we'll see how this plays out. But again, I just wanted to finish up this video. I know it's all over the place. It's probably not the best video. It's kind of had some interruptions. But I wanted to tackle some of these issues. But anyway, I've got to get out of here now. The day is shot to hell. Today is Thursday, November 12th. And I got to edit this video and post this video. Thursday, November 12th, the year is 2020. If you have any questions about this video, just ask the questions. There's a lot of stuff going on in this video. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day.